Welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 15th of June for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, you can chat to me daily on Twitter at Horoscope Ace directly, or you can join Elisa and I for our daily astrology and tarot show, which is proving hugely popular by seeing the playlist beneath this video. You can also grab yourself your free daily horoscope every single day of the week. This week is a time of transition. We've had a huge welter of Gemini energy. It's going to continue because for most of this week, the Sun is still in Gemini. The North Node continues in the sign of Gemini for some months. And of course, Venus, the planet of relating, because of its retrograde, is going to be in Gemini through to the 7th of August. So the Gemini season is not completely at a close, but we are going to see a shift of emphasis. This begins with Mercury in the sign of Cancer going into retrograde on Thursday. Now, it's not going to emerge from retrograde until the 12th of July. Now, all the usual cautionary notes apply. You know, check your emails, your documentation, anything you're purchasing. Scrutinize it in a very precise way. If you're booking anything, relying on tickets or automation or technology, again, there can be the potential for some glitches. But also there can be cross wires. And of course, Cancer is about emotions, and Mercury is not at its best in this sign. It's a 10-week transit, so it's huge. So really and truly, we need to get used to the fact that people are going to be sharing more of their feelings, manifesting their feelings, but how we share things is not always how it's received. And that can be the challenge of Mercury retrograde. But with the Sun moving on Saturday into Cancer and the stunning solar eclipse, which occurs on Sunday, that's going to provide a backdrop of energy for 6 long months. So what does this all mean? Well, I think the Gemini energy is still continuing to encourage us to stay connected. And in our response to COVID, that could happen more from technology. So that can become a sort of more ongoing part of our life purpose. And of course, it has been getting stronger and stronger over the last 20 years or so anyway. But the Cancer energy is just reminding us that we're all human beings, and just working through the prism of computing or technology isn't going to meet all our needs. We need fraternity, and that means closeness. Cancer is governed by the moon. It is a cardinal sign. That means it's a leader, but of course it's also the element of water. So having Mercury going backwards here suggests there may be times when our thoughts are dominated by emotional issues, but it can be more difficult to share exactly how we feel. So what I feel the eclipse is encouraging us to do is try to find some traction and to bring a greater focus to the need for nurture, for caring into our existences. But there is a catch on this eclipse, and that is that it's forging a really tricky angle to Saturn, the planet of structure. So that's in the cool, detached sign of Aquarius. But it can act as a bit of a counterpoint, if you like, to the more emotional energy that the Cancer eclipse can bring. But I think essentially we are going to have a period of time where some people are going to conform to what we need more, to the wider needs of society, and some people are going to want to break out. Now, if you want to get the inside track on this, please check out my solar eclipse video. I'll put the link for this underneath this one. But in terms of this week's particular events, I think if you have been trying to manifest something, an idea, and you want to form it up into something more substantive, this is a great opportunity. There's no doubt about that. But it has to work in a feeling sense. It can't just be an idea that's ventilated only through the element of air. So it has to have structure, it has to be workable. And that's what the Cancer energy is really asking us to address. But if you are wanting to link up with people that are close to you, or think about our family affairs, or moving, I think it is obvious at this time that we could encounter some headwinds. I think there's going to be things to do with the oceans, rivers, waterways. Perhaps we're going to see a drought. Perhaps we're going to see an excess of rain that we're not expecting. But anything to do with travel or communications can definitely be affected by the more emotional and some would say subjective transit of Mercury through the sign of Cancer. But stay with me for your individual forecast for each zodiac sign. Your specific forecast, Cancer, shows a transition from the recent energy, which has been very reflective, into a much more action period of the year for you. This is going to see you wanting to take a much firmer grip on your personal life direction as the sun sweeps into your sign for the first time for 11 months on Saturday, and then we have a solar eclipse on Sunday. But this solar eclipse does link with Saturn in a part of your horoscope to do with where you're most closely connected with others, or anything to do with business or property. So if you are wanting to set out on a new course, it has to be with a mindfulness of how what you want for you is going to impact on others. So I'm saying to you, be single-minded, but just be aware that some other people may have some kind of expectation. And with Mercury going backwards in your sign from Thursday and not coming out of retrograde until the 12th of July, or out of shadow to the 29th, it is going to be a time where there may be a sense of 2 steps forwards, 1 step back. But with patience, with tenacity, which you rarely lack, this can be a time where you're really getting a much clearer idea of your direction of travel. And it can take you through, right through to the next solar eclipse, which is going to occur on the 14th of December. It's been a real pleasure being with you. If you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign and embrace real astrology, please check out my written reports beneath this video. You can grab yourself a combination of 12-month forecast, character analysis for 30% off and gain so many insights above just what zodiac sign you are. Or you can choose to have a one-to-one with me. Please see the testimonials below. But for now, take care, keep safe, and good luck.